Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Sunless Sea. This is a game I just picked up recently. I actually sent a request to the devs, said this game looks interesting, and they sent along a copy, which is very kind of them. I definitely appreciate that. Give me a chance to check it out and see if I think you guys would be interested, and I think you might. This is a pretty interesting game. I've played a little less than an hour, so I know enough. I know enough to play, so I thought I would bring you in here and give you a quick taste of this during this Weem Tries. So essentially we are the captain of a ship in an underground ocean. I think it's underground or covered or something. So yeah, their description of it is that Sunless Sea is a 2D game of discovery, survival, and loneliness set in the award-winning Victorian Gothic universe of Fallen London. And we are actually in Fallen London right now, and we're going to get things started. Let's just kind of jump into here now. One of the things I do want to state is that there's a lot of text in the game, so I'm going to just kind of give you the brief bits as I run across things. Some of it's going to be new to me, and I will try to skim it and just kind of quickly tell you what the option is, and I don't want to spend too much time reading out the text of everything. So right now we are going to be choosing a past for ourselves. So we've got some options here: a street urchin, a poet, and in the light gray text you can see what kind of bonus that's going to give us. I'm going to go down here and choose a natural philosopher, and this is going to give us a bonus to mirrors, which is the skill of detection and perception, which will come in handy. So once we've done that, it's confirming it, tells us everything that we're going to get. Now, we have these are kind of like the stats for the ship or the crew and everything. So we have mirrors, iron, this is like how much damage we do. So you can see we've got all these different things: veils, hearts, pages, and then the number of crew that we have. Now, based on the people that we end up picking up over time, these numbers are going to change, and get better or worse. So this is kind of setting this up here. Echo is the currency, so that's kind of a key thing we want to be gathering, where it looks like we're going to be at 70. So, and we got a couple other things going on here. We're going to go ahead and go to the next part. It says we're going to choose an ambition, and some of these are locked. They're going to be coming later, so that's cool. We're going to go ahead and choose wealth, that we want to have a mansion, servants, fine clothes, all of that stuff. So it tells us kind of what we need to do in order to get that. We're going to need to, have a place and retire, which is cool. Well, let's see here. We got a scrap of paperwork. They're actually asking us how we want to be addressed in town. We're going to actually tell them captain is fine, and that's cool. And then we get to choose a face and a name, or I should say a silhouette and a name. And let's just go ahead and do this guy with the wine glass. And, of course, we will be Captain Weem. So here we are, we're in Fallen London. This helped me, kind of gives us a quick start about the controls. It's basically the WASD, and then we've got some of this information up here, kind of further about the ship. So we have hull, and this is obviously the life of the ship. We have fuel and the number of barrels of fuel. So this will kind of burn down, and then it will turn into 8 and burn down and go to 7, for example. We have hunger. This goes up the more hungry we are. And then we have terror. So if we're out in the Z, it says, which is the sea, essentially. If we're out in the sea for long, this kind of continues to go up. But there's other events that can happen as well. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go out and explore this area. If I hit M, you can see we really don't have anything explored yet. But we'll go out, we'll find other towns, and when we get there, there's various options. I kind of liken this game to a choose-your-own-adventure book. Basically, you go out and explore. When you come to a town, there's going to be options in that town. In fact, if I hit London down here, you can see there's a number of different things we can do. We can visit a university, carouse in the Wolf Stack. I almost said Wolf Docks. The Wolf Stack Docks. Visit the Admiral's Survey Office, or the Admiralty's Survey Office, I should say. We can hire more crew. There's a lot of different options, and it tells you what those are going to be. Some of them are locked, and it will tell you what we're missing. Some of them require certain things, and then we have those in these cases, so that's cool. For example, this is unlocked if we have 30 echo or 30 money, and we have 70. And it will also give us an indication of our chance of success at some of these things. So I like the idea of hiring on more crew. I think we're going to go ahead and do that, although it does cost 30. That would leave us with 40, but that's cool. 80% chance. Let's go ahead and grab some crew. Okay. We got one more crew member. We spent 15. Okay, so we failed in the challenge, so that could have gone better. I think the previous time I played, I actually got, I think, 3 crew members, something like that. So anyway, I think we'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too kind of bogged down in that. And in fact, I don't think we really need a bigger crew right now. So let's kind of go through this. We have the story elements; those are down here as well. We could go to our lodgings, but there's really, not much to speak of. I believe that can get upgraded. We have the hold of the ship. This is where we can see how much money we have and some of the other things as well. We have a journal. We have no officers right now. And we have shops. In Fallen London, all kinds of stuff is available. So it's definitely much to be done here. And then we have the shipyard where if we had enough money, we could get a better ship. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set right out. And to do that, we are docked right now. We're going to hit E to unlock it. And you can see our speed up here is now at 1. I can hit forward again and it goes to 2. And that is our max speed. Let's go ahead and open up the map here. You can see that we're here pulling out of Fallen London. Now, as our ship gets damaged, we can do some repairs on the fly, but it's kind of expensive. So initially, we'll probably hang out around here so that if we have any major problems, we can come back. So you see this creature down there. We could fight him. But we're going to kind of move away from him. And let me slow down a bit here. So one of the key concepts too in this game is the concept of illumination, of light and dark. So we've got our light on right now. We can actually turn that off if we wanted to try to go stealth mode. And when you actually get into combat, in fact, here is probably going to be some combat. This is a pirate. It looks like he just missed us. But you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll check this out. We'll go ahead and slow down and let him catch up to us. I think he's a little scared. There he goes. So we now can fight or flee. It's actually telling us we have a 15% chance of success at fleeing. So we'll fight. And it tells us we're engaged. Here we go. Now, it begins paused. So again, lightness, basically illumination is a very big part of the game. If we look over at attack here, our weapons actually indicate that this requires 50 illumination. This attack requires 100. This is the illumination bar. It's currently at 0, so we need to illuminate them. And some of these actually light us up as well. Plus we have some evade maneuvers, repairs, and we can observe for a while to gain, I think they're called fragments. Let's see, increases. Yeah, it may earn you some afterwards. So anyway, it's 10 observations is what that is. Okay. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and we want to illuminate. Now, if we use this guy, this is a really good one, but it actually at the bottom it says needs 1 fuel. We're currently at 9, so that actually costs us fuel. We don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 of these. I think these equate to somewhere around 25. And so 2 of these will get us the 50 we need for this guy. And we're basically lining up our actions. We can line up kind of 4 of them at a time. And I'll do 2 attacks. So we'll unpause. You'll see this time go around. He's checking us out. So we illuminate. This went up to 41. So we still do need to do this one. And now we're going to fire on him. You can see he's got 25 here. What does this do? 4. So I did quite a bit. And we've got 1 more. Should do it. Cool, so that was a very, very straightforward combat. And now we're going to end up with some options here. We can loot and scuttle it. We can, basically get maybe some resources. We can't record any observations right now. Or we could throw some crew in it and send it home. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to hang on to him because we only had 1 additional crew member. We're at 9 of 10. So let's just go ahead, loot and scuttle the thing. So we now have a cache of curiosities. And we can hit go here and see that we've gained a fuel. You can see up top we're now at 10. That's cool. Fuel's good. And we'll close that out. So let's go ahead and kind of head north here a bit. Now right now the map is actually static. Let's see. Sorry, we have a little event here. A chunk of grit baked into your ship's biscuit. You cracked a tooth. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and hang on to this diamond that we ended up finding. Looks like if we threw it over, we could... let's do that. Help everybody out. So we lose some terror, which is good. And we've got a couple other things. Now, there's a lot of different things in this game that you'll end up gathering, a lot of unique little things. And basically, when you go into towns or run across things, they'll oftentimes have requirements. So when I said this is kind of like a choose your own adventure, it reminds me of that, because you'll come into some areas and it'll have maybe 3-4 options, but 2 of them will be grayed out. You can't actually do them because maybe you don't have a particular item, or you haven't seen a certain event or something like that. So you kind of have to stick with the other stuff. But the more you explore, the more of these kind of odd things you gather up, and you never know when it's going to come in handy. You roll into a town, and they've got an option there that requires something that you've got. So what I was about to say was the map right now is static. If I go ahead and pause this and hit M and bring up the map, we kind of head up here from Fallen London, and the map is all the same, and it's actually it's a pretty big map. But what's going to come later, I was reading, in fact, the end of July, I believe, is what it said, would be a randomized map where things would move around. This game actually features some islands and everything that can move. And so I don't know if the plan will be, like, even during gameplay some areas can move. But basically, when you do die, you get an option of some things to keep. Let's go ahead and dock here. So before I jump into this town, when you die, you basically are asked whether you want to keep a chart, keep essentially your map of the area, or if you want to keep a skill, or if you want to keep an officer. You get to keep one of them, and when you select that, you make a new captain, you've got that thing you selected. So when they have a randomized map, if you choose chart, when you make a new character, you'll have the map fully discovered as far as you had discovered it before, should you choose that. So we're going to come into this town. This is a town of the dead, essentially, I believe it is. It says 1,000 bandaged dead. Let's see. You can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. So, but apparently they're peaceful. They're peaceful undead. So as you can see, once again, we've got a couple options here, and some of which are grayed out. In this case, we just don't have enough money, and our terror needs to be up to 25, and we're only at 8 right now. But that's fine. Low terror works for me. So let's see. We can gather gossip, which is kind of good. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So now we have a port report, and this actually is a thing that you'll come into ports and they'll require you to have one or more of these in order to trigger something. So very cool. We'll pick that up. And I think we're probably going to leave because we could explore. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and explore. Yes, we want to explore. Okay, the builders of this place worked with great slabs of neathwall stone, carved with blank-eyed, unsmiling faces and blocky, stoic serpents. So let's see. We can picnic. We could have a picnic. This place seems peaceful. We could rest a while. Or we could search warily. So our mirrors, basically the value of our mirrors up here, 50, is helping give us a 60% chance of success to search this place. So let's see. And here we would have to use one of our supplies if we picnicked. Let's just do this guy. We'll give this a shot. And it looks like we found something. You're not the first to come here. Someone's left an oak casket under a carpet of creepers. So, very interesting. So we got a cache, and we succeeded. Right? Cool. So this was a very brief stop here, and this is kind of what this entails. You're kind of hopping in, and the story is really interesting and everything, and you get to check out these places and have these different events occur, and things are different each time. So it makes it kind of fun. But let's go ahead and we're gonna depart. Okay, we can just close this, and we can look at our cache here. We received a fuel. Awesome. Very nice. I will take fuel. So let's go ahead and we're going to hit E. As you can see down here, it says E. We do that to launch. And let's see. The fuel is doing pretty good. Let's actually go back down this way. I think what I might do is pull into Fallen London. Let's go ahead and pause this real quick. I want to see the hold. So we have 4 supplies, right? What I want to do is I want to actually swing back through Fallen London and make sure, because we've been finding fuel, which is awesome, I do want to make sure that we have enough food. I kind of want to buy another one. And Fallen London has a lot of shopping we can do there. So we can kill the light and try to go unnoticed by these bats. The bats are pretty easy. We don't really have too much to worry about with them, but it looks like they do want to follow us. Let's turn the light back on anyway. Gonna attract these guys. Let's see if we can dodge. They ran into each other. And there we go, they caught up to us. Now, we could try to flee. It's a small percent chance, 30 it looks like in this case. We'll just go ahead and fight them because bats aren't too crazy. And let's see, we're gonna do standard again, and then fire, right? Let's do that. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so doing a seek on us. We're at 44 illumination on them. One more puts us at 67, so we can fire us. Now I'm going to pause this. If I had done this, if I had just done one of these and I queued up 2 of these shots afterwards, once this illumination went around and completed, these 2 would actually disappear because they couldn't be fired. There wouldn't be enough illumination. So it's kind of an indication. If you're like, hey, why did everything come out of there? Well, they probably aren't meeting the requirement, so they just get bumped out. But for now, we actually are. We're at 67 illumination, needing 50, so it's not a problem. Cool, one shot did 13. This one should finish them. Excellent. And then we're going to have a couple options here. One is to, I believe, cook them, gather up the corpses. The other one is to dispose of them. And I did gather the last time I played. When I got desperate, I was actually out of food. So I tried to do this. It gives you a % chance to get supplies. But for now, we're going to dump them. You can see we lose some terror by dumping them. So that's cool. So let's go ahead. And now the next bat swarm caught up to us right after that. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and fight them. Queue those guys up and start that. And that was my phone that buzzed a second ago. Check my message while we fight. Cool. Alrighty, so there's our illumination. This time it put it at 75. It is a little bit random within a certain range. When I do 2 of those, it's usually somewhere between 41 and 60 or something. 75 was very high. I think that's the highest I've seen that. And once again, we're going to dump the bats over the side. And we lose 2 terror. Very cool. Okay, let's get this thing cranking again. See if we can just kind of come back and buy some food. I probably should have done it before we left. But that's okay. We're nearby. You can see some towns underwater. There's some really cool... yeah, the art style is really fun in this game. Cruising around the ocean, seeing different towns underwater, or buildings, or creatures. It's pretty fun. We got these buoy lights out here. You can actually run into those. You do want to be careful because you can take damage. Now, one thing to note about stopping in a port as well is you don't have to slow down or anything. All you have to do is once you get in there, you just hit E, and it automatically turns your boat around and stops it and everything. So just hit E. There we go. And we have some options here. Let's collect messages from the harbor master. Why not? Cool. Okay, now let's go to shops and see what we have here. I've not shopped in here before. I've only glanced at it, so let's see. I'm actually not... dice. Let's see. Coffee beans, honey, silk. I thought there might be actual supplies here we could just buy. Some food or something. I guess we could try and buy soup, but it says buy 0. We can't buy that. Interesting. 100 dreams in every barrel. Okay. We have coffee beans. So anyway, we actually don't have a lot of options here. I thought we might be able to just jump in here and buy another crate or something, but let's take a look at some of this here. We have, what is that? Boltitude's House of Vision. Political convictions may be suspect, but his ship's lights are reliably excellent. I have not checked any of these out before. Well, let's check out this Wolf Stack Exchange. What is that? Okay, so that doesn't change anything. Okay, so they do each have their own. In fact, I just happened to click hers. It says shipside provisions, and there we go. This is kind of what I was looking for. And we have 55. They cost 10. We're going to go ahead and buy... We're going to buy 2 of those, and I could buy a fuel while we're here. And 1 more food. You know what? We're just going to do that. We're going to stock up. That's good enough. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And this time I think we'll head south. Kind of kick up the speed here. And cruise this way. Oh, this might be a dead end. Okay, I don't think... Yeah. So sometimes there's like an archway that you can actually go under, but it's usually pretty apparent, like it has a shadow of sorts. So I'm kind of thinking I can't go that way. So let's do this. We're just going to cruise right back out of here. Let's see. We'll slow down here, look at the map. No immediate points. Obviously, we haven't explored that far. And in my earlier game, I mostly explored to the north and then a bit out to the east. So I really don't know what's south of here. And let's go check it out. We'll see about avoiding this guy. We don't want to lose any resources or have any issues. He's kind of slow. I think we can outrun him. So if you're curious, up here you can see we've got our mascot. He's adding a heart. And we have the surgeon. It was kind of given to us as the guy, one of the guys to start with. But I guess he's technically not an officer. When we look at officers, he's not shown. But you can see he's adding pages and hearts. And then, of course, there's us over here. Apparently, we had nothing. We had nothing to the mix. Okay. Now, these 2 guys tailing us, I actually fought a larger one and died. That's how I died previously. But I've not fought one of those guys. I don't know how difficult they are. Okay, we see no port over here, so I'm going to kind of angle this back out to the east. Oh, hello. Cruise around this guy. Oh, we got something going on down here. Some kind of port, hopefully. Yep. You can see the blue there on the map. How are we getting in here? Where are the cannons at? Fire on this guy. Get him off my tail. Oh, there's a boat out there. Kind of a big one, too. I'm a little... I don't want to go after that guy just yet. And another one here. I wonder if these guys will come after us at all. We'll quickly get into port and they'll hopefully leave us alone here. So what is this? The Cumian Canal staging area. Let's see. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. Okay, so, whoa, we could travel to the surface if we had enough going on here. 22 fuel. Whoo! Yeah. Not just yet. So we can listen to surface gossip or gather information about port report. And I do like the port reports. They do seem to come up. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. We now have that. And yeah, let's listen for some gossip. Okay, this would be a prime spot for a pub wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. Interesting. Here you trade stories with suntan surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia, the lost fires, and the final isle. So we now have one vision of the surface, so this may come in handy somewhere. And that's it for now, so that's cool. We'll take it. And obviously we can't do that. Now shops, let's do this. So they do have a shop here, but of course we gain no money yet, so we can't really buy anything. Just kind of look through some of the stuff. Here you can see some of these things we picked up. Okay, well, is he going to come attack us? No. Let's disembark. We'll cruise out and we'll see. Maybe they'll come after us, but Who knows? We have a crafty crew. I think we can handle ourselves. Probably not. He might be following us. I think what we'll do is we'll shoot out straight east and just see what we come across from here. I've not been out. I've been out east, but it was from farther north, so I don't know what's out here. Yeah, it looks like he was turning to follow us, this guy too. But they're a little bit slow. Can't keep up with us. So there is this line on the map. It's pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what this is an indication of. I mean, I don't know if it's as simple as a fold in the map or something, but there's no line, you know, out here indicating any change. So maybe it's just a section, you know, I don't know. The Antonine Abyss. I don't know if this is dangerous to go over it, but hopefully not. We will go right over the top of it. And some of these areas, too, you move into. In fact, I can pause it. In the bottom left, you'll see we've got a log. And it says that on July 5th, we discovered the Antonine Abyss. So, and we gained 50 fragments. Now, those fragments can be, and we have an event here, but fragments, what I've read was they get combined into what are called secrets. So, and then I'm not exactly sure where secrets come into play, but probably just like any of the other events or resources here. So, the lookout shouts far above. The false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Okay, so we can forbid them to look. They won't like it, but it's safer. Or we can record the change and assign a name. It looks like this is going to be luck of the draw here. 50% chance of success. Let's try it. Let's be risky. Okay, one sailor claims it resembles the sun. Another a Hindu mandala cross. A third suggests the rose window of, what is this, Chartres Cathedral. This excites mockery. Nevertheless, the reaction is positive. So that's cool. We lost some terror, so we were fortunate. That works. Works for me. Now our terror, you can see, it's getting up there. It would be nice to come across a port of some kind. Let's kind of look at the map. We might be out in the middle of nowhere. And keep an eye out for a place to stop. That stuff is moving around. I don't know what that is down there. And we got a ship again. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it does look like they're turning to follow. And there is a port on the south end of this island. So we're just going to follow this around and take a break. In this event down here, what's it say? In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch. So let's pause this. I want to see what this is. To the crew quarters, a man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. So we can ignore them or inquire about their dreams. It's a tough challenge. 31% chance. It could lead to something problematic. But you know what? We feel for our crew. We're here for our crew. Let's see if we can help them, even if the odds are stacked against us. Eyes in the face. So he's describing the dream, and I have him subdued. No discipline this time, but you require your first officer to keep an eye on him. Okay. We gained some fragment. We gained one terror. That's unfortunate. And let's see, pages 26. We failed the challenge, right? So if we had more pages, we would have had a better chance at success there. But that's okay. We're trying for our crew. We're trying to be there for our crew. Let's see here. Where is this port? We could use a break, and this looks like the civilized people are here. And our fuel is at 4. We really did burn through fuel pretty quick. From 9. Used more than half of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and dock here. Uh-oh. Here is screaming. I don't like that. I'm not here for screaming. Can we just avoid screaming and look at your shops? Oh boy, there's really not anything here that's helpful. Okay, well, the taciturn clay men. Let's see. Evasive, closed colonies. Let's see. Cobbles are grown underfoot. On the hills above, a palace via of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. This is not a very cool place, but... Oh, this is locked. We don't have enough money. I was going to say, but shore leave sounds good. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, guys. Can't do that. We can try to gather some news, though. Okay, we gathered a port report. That's unfortunate. This would have been nice to get off here, but of course I had to spend my money. Oh, Weem. What a terrible captain. What a terrible captain. Let's see. Now, the safe bet, right, would be something like Fallen London, but I don't know if we have the fuel for that. Let's see. We did buy all that there. I guess we only used half of it coming down and over, so we probably could shoot back there. I suppose we could head back in that direction and then see if we come across something else. It's definitely a possibility. I'd really like to find some officers. I'm not sure how that's done. If you just find them, or there's probably some challenges involved in that, but I have not run across any yet. But there's plenty of unknown territory between here and Fallen London if we make it a straight shot. And so let's go ahead and do that. Kind of shoot up at an angle. And if one of these ships gets close to confronting us, I don't know, we might just take them on. Like this guy. Let's actually slow down and see if they're going to engage. It looks like he does want to follow. And you know, it might be that it's not a combat. Let's go ahead. I'm actually going to stop. Let's see what they have to say. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, pirates. Oh, no. 31 chance of success at fleeing them, right? They're pretty slow. Something's gone awry with their construction there. Capable of violence. Perhaps you should finish their deconstruction. Shall we? Let's see. I think we shall. You know what? And if we go out fighting and die, well, that's a cool way to go, I guess. So let's go ahead and illuminate twice. Try to get that up to 50. And then we'll fire here. And then we'll wait. Now, you can put something out and then left-click it to take it out. But I think we'll just wait because if, you know, maybe I get hit by then. Well, we can throw it in. I was saying that I might throw a repair in, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like they're illuminating us as well. So that's probably what they're going for, is to fire on us. But they're going to be behind now. We're going to get the first shots off here. And there's theirs. Okay. Took 15 there. That was a good shot. Let's pause this. Queue up 2 more of these. He's trying to illuminate us more. He could be trying for a big shot. We're hammering him, though. Very good. Okay. Let's queue up 2 more of those. I think we might be all right. We might finish him with this one. Come on, come on. Nice. Of course, our hull is pretty well damaged. Let's see what they've got down below. Okay, so we have a cache here. Okay, parabola linen. We'll take that bale. Okay, and this is all our stuff. That's fine. Okay, well, we safely made it back to Fallen London, and we've obviously got a number of things we can do here, and, you know, maybe fix up the boat a little bit, maybe buy some more supplies and everything, but I think we're going to leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you some insight into the game and maybe help you decide whether it's something you're interested in and if you want to buy it or not. It just released a few days ago, on July 1st. So very new game, very exciting. I really like this. I love the story elements. I love that kind of choose your own adventure kind of feel when you go places and having those events randomized. I'm really looking forward to the randomized map in the future. That's going to be awesome. I love that kind of stuff. So I certainly will be playing this again. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please do consider leaving a like on it if you enjoyed the video and if it did give you the information about the game that you were looking for. I definitely appreciate that, and it helps. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and I will catch you next time.